Hey guys, how you doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So I wanted to do a quick video to tell you guys basically what the one percenters of this world, what they invest in and how they make money and what they do. So yeah, you can see here. So the most powerful families, obviously, you know, a lot of these are families, these dynasties, these Rockefellers, these Clintons, these families, some of them that we probably don't even know the names of, just the people behind the scenes that run the world. So what do those guys invest in, and how do they get so rich, and how do they stay rich? Right, so you're probably going to see quickly where I'm going with this. But when you or I, a normal trader, a normal investor, a normal person, even your average rich person, even like your top 10% people, you invest in things that in companies, in commodities, in businesses, whatever, setting up new businesses, things like that, things that you think are going to go up. You use obviously your business acumen, your intelligence, your links, your contacts, your access to resources, access to information to make the best decisions you can, to then try and increase your wealth, to increase that number, to increase your net worth. So now let me tell you how this is different to the 1% and what they do. Right, so the 1%, they have basically more money than they can ever spend. So they're not looking to invest in things to increase that number that they have. They're in the position where they are invested in a system, in a way things work, in a financial system, in the world political system, in systems that maybe we don't even know exist worldwide, systems of power. So that is what these guys will invest in. They will invest in things that help them maintain that power, help them maintain that system, because their wealth is predicated on that financial system, that economic system, that global political system. That is what their wealth is based on. So these guys, so they may control and buy media outlets so they can control the narrative that the public get. They can obviously do the same with social media platforms, again control the narrative, control telecoms companies so they can basically tap our phones. They will want to control things like the infrastructure in a country so that they know that they're in control of that. Obviously the financial system, they want to be in control of that. So like the Federal Reserve, that bank, the people that are controlling that, they want to stay in control of that. The laws a country has, they want to stay in control of that. So to do that, they have to use their money then to bribe politicians, to basically lobby, to curry favor, to use their money. So these things, those investments they'll buy, are things that they're using to maintain or increase their control and their power over the rest of us, or it's money that they basically give out to people as sort of bribes, or however you look at it, because that's another thing that they'll need to do to keep themselves out of jail, out of the limelight, out of just, do you know what I mean, to keep the system how it is. So they don't see money, they don't see investments the same way you do. They are fully invested in how the system is, and investments that they make, things that they buy, things that they will do, are all about control, about controlling everyone else, even down to how they will push certain narratives in the media to keep people divided, keep people arguing amongst themselves. I mean, that's what they want, because it's becoming more apparent now that the wealth divide and how they are manipulating the financial system they control, and it's not really benefiting the vast majority of people. So they want to keep you squabbling. They don't want you to focus your attention on them and what's really going on. So that's the sort of thing that basically these guys do. So yeah, it's something you have to consider. So then when you look at something like, say for Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin threatens their financial system. So they could buy all the Bitcoin if they wanted, and they could drive the price up, buy it up amongst themselves, make a few million billionaires amongst obviously normal people. Well, maybe not billionaires, hundreds of millions, whoever's holding it. Everyone will have a price that they'll basically sell at, but they can buy it all up, control it all, and then obviously use that as a financial financial means of transfer, but they don't want that. That doesn't allow them to create more of it and do whatever they want with it. They need the actual current financial system. So like what is going on now when the Federal Reserve is printing trillions and trillions and dishing it out to literally companies worldwide, banks, central banks worldwide, giving it to everybody and anybody, because and obviously they call it liquidity. Yeah, I mean, that's it. There isn't enough money in the system because it's all getting basically wasted away, deflated away in basically bad investments, misallocated capital. So they need to basically reflate that system, and that's what they want to do to keep their financial system going. So they will pump and do whatever, because like I said, they want to keep their financial system, their system, how it is going. So they will basically donate money to charities that are basically doing things that they want to do, like say climate change charities that are obviously causing like divisions between people, keeping people arguing, keeping people worrying about certain things. There's lots of ways, lots of things they'll do, but you just have to understand they already have as much money as they need. Nothing is about actual nominal amounts or more or less money between themselves. I mean, if any of these guys, say these 5 guys were the heads of 5 powerful families, their relative wealth to each other doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that they stay powerful, they stay in control, they stay in the system that they're in. Because if they lose that, then they will fall off. They'll fall out of obviously the 1%, and then bad stuff will probably happen to them if they do, because no doubt they'll have various feuds with various people within these circles that will then, once they are out of the system, out of that protection of being a 1% elite, then may seek some revenge of them. Anyway, I digress there. But yeah, so that's how you have to look at things. The people that rule the world, the 1% behind the scenes and the ones that we do know about, they are fully invested in the status quo. They know that it's basically difficult. They know it's going to be difficult to maintain going forward. So they have to seek to then implement more controls over everybody, to basically make people more fearful, make people accept draconian laws. People basically give up their rights. These are the sort of things they need to do, mainly because their financial system isn't really working. And this is one thing that I do give the elites the benefit of the doubt of when it comes to the financial system. I actually don't think they really do want to cause as much wealth inequality as they're doing, because they know the instability it causes and the problems it causes them. But with how their financial system works, it's the only way, that it's the end result of how it functions. So if you do bail out the people at the top, you bail out the system, you bail out the rich people, because they're the ones with the most money that need bailing out to bail out the system. They are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer, and there's not a lot you can do about that. If you dish out the money to the poor people, you'll end up with the currency collapsing, and then again the financial system collapsing. So I mean, in my mind, I do give them. I don't think they want to basically everybody to live basically on the breadline and struggle, because it's not ideal for them. But in the process of keeping their grip on everything through the financial system and the current political and economic system we have around the world, I mean, they have to keep this financial system going, and this is just the only way that it can stay going. So anyway, right, on that note, I'll leave you guys to it. So yeah, so there you go. That's what the 1% invest in to stay rich. And yeah, it's not really something that we can get involved in. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys, and I will speak to you soon.